Okay, perfect. All other thing for current year will be same. The logic will be same. We will just click on OK and we will take this and we will just place it over here. So the serious casualties which were made were 27,045. So always remember the spell mistake should not be done. Whatever the name we have, same should be entered in our calculations. Like serious spelling, same, whatever uppercase, lowercase, same should be there in our calculations. Next one is slide. You can record your whatever the name which we have, you can write it on a paper or you can copy it from here as well. So next one is slide. But before that, we have to find out the year on year increase, right? So and we will change the name as well here. Instead of fatal, we will name it as serious. And we'll just click on OK. And we have to find out the previous year serious casualties. So I will just duplicate these and we will edit this and we will name it as previous year. And just will tilt this. And here I will change this to previous year. We will just click on OK, and after that we have to determine the, I will just duplicate this and we will find out the year on year and we will change this to serious. Perfect. So instead of fatal we will change here serious. All other calculation will remain same. Just click on OK, take this and place it over here. So you can see it has changed to 16.30. Next and last, we will just duplicate this and we will find it for slight casualties. Oh, perfect. All right, so we will just change this and we will name it as slight. Just click on OK. And next thing what we will do, we will take this fatal and we will duplicate this for current year. Edit this, change this name to slight. Delete this and we will name this as, instead of fatal, we will choose here as slight. Okay, make sure no spell mistakes are there. We'll just click on OK, take this current year slide and place it over here. You can see slight casualties number is high. There are not so many fatal or serious casualties were done during a road accident. So this is a good thing, but we still have to reduce this as well, right? So that care should be taken with respect to that. And we should find out the previous year as well. So we will just edit this and we will, we have to first duplicate this, and then we will edit this and we will mention this as previous year. And instead of current year, we will be using here as previous year. And we will just click on OK. And so for year on year, we will just take this and we will duplicate this and we will edit this. And instead of serious, we will be using here slight. So change the calculation also. We should use all the slight current year and previous year calculations. For casualties, just click on OK. Take this and place it on this. Okay, so you can see it is 10.82% with respect to this filters or parameters, right? So we have designed all our KPIs. Next we have to design is our spark lines. Okay, so if you design once one spark line, everything will be similar for the next one. Perfect. To develop the spark line, we will take a new sheet and I will rename it as, first we have to find out the accident spark line. All right, and the spark line which we are using here, it is a monthly trend which we will be showing for current year and previous year. So in this case, the previous year will be our area chart and the current year numbers or whatever we will be showing the current year monthly trend, it should be shown in the line chart. All right, so now for that, to show monthly trend, obviously we will need one date field. So I will take this particular date field and I will put it into the columns. Okay, so I will just have put it into columns. I will right click and I will choose month as our date part. All right, and if you are choosing, this is the discrete month which I have chosen, and you will be seeing values from January to December. And instead of standard view, I will just choose it as entire view. All right, the next thing what we have to do is we have to take the current year accidents and you have to put it into the rows. You can see you have a trend of the accident month wise, right? So if you can see in January there were around 9,967 accidents, and in December it's around 9625. All right. Now next what we have to do is we have to take previous year accident, and I will put again this into the rows. You can see there are two sections of visualizations have been divided. One is for current year and this is for previous year. The next thing we will be making this as a dual axis. So I will just click on previous year accidents fill, and I will just make it as dual axis. All right. So before doing anything, always remember to synchronize your axis, because the axis which we are showing in a dual axis chart, they should be starting from, or it should start from same value and end at same value. You can see it's starting for previous year, it's starting from 0 to 16, and for current it's from 0 to 14. So we have to synchronize this. So first I will right click here and I will click on synchronize axis, right? So both the axes are now having same values and they are sharing same axis. I will just right click here and I will click on show header. So I will uncheck this, and you can see this has been hidden, and this for this same we will hide this as well. The next thing what we have to do, I will just hide this as well, we don't want this too. And right now what we have, like we will be showing previous year in as area chart. So I will click on previous year accident fill, and I will just make it as area chart. So you can see this has been area chart, and you can see, if you can see, whenever I'm clicking on this this particular, when I'm trying to see the values of current year, which is a line chart, you can see I'm not able to see or see that values in tooltip as well, and it's not selecting, it's only selecting, you can see only one point is selected, that is for previous year. So what is happening is that this particular line chart is behind this particular area chart, so we want it to be in front of this area chart. So what we will do, we will just swap this pill. So I will just take current year and I will swipe this and I will put it into the right side of previous year. Perfect. So you can see this particular line is now highlighting, and you can see we can choose this particular, and we can go ahead and see this particular values, and you can see it is now selected. Perfect. The next thing what we will do, we will change the colors of this. I will just take this here and I will just double click on this and we will change the colors. So for current year I will be using this color. So just select this and use this color, and for previous year we will be using this color. So I'll just click on apply and click on OK. So you can see this is our previous year, that is area chart, and this is our current year, that is our line chart. The next thing what we will be doing here is you have to click on all marks card and we will change the tooltip. So always remember, you have to format your tooltip always. Tooltip plays a very important role, and it should look very much what we can say visually appealing, and it should relate very much high amount of information, right? Because whenever you are hovering anything on to that particular part of your visualization, it will give you some information. So always make your tooltip better. So I will just convert it into to medium and I will make it as a 9, and I will just click on OK. So now you can see tooltip is showing a good information, that is this is what is the month of accident, it is January, and it is showing a previous year accident as this value. Whenever I'm clicking on this, it will show us the current year accidents, right? Because we are not showing any labels here, so tooltip plays an important role here. All right. The next thing what I will do, I will just change the labels which we have here. So I will just right click here and I will click on format, and instead of full name I will just use the first letter. Okay, so we will be using only first letter, for that is January, February, March to December. Perfect. So one is done. The next things are very much easy to do. So we will just right click and we will duplicate this, and we will name it as, instead of accident we will name it as casualties sparkline, and this will be for total, right? So now instead of accidents number we will be using here current year casualties. I will just please take this and I will put it onto our current year casualties, right? So I will just, whenever I am dropping it onto this, you can see the values will change. Similarly, instead of previous year accidents, I will take previous year casualties and I will place it over here, right? And next thing, you have to always see if this synchronize axis tick mark is there or not. It should be always tick. If it is not, you have to select that and make it, or you have to activate that what we can say synchronize axis button, right? The next thing what we will do, I will just unclick headers here as well. All other things you can see the tooltip will also be copied, because we are taking that particular duplication of that particular chart. So you can see previous year accidents and casualties, we have to change the tooltip here, guys. Okay, so instead of previous year accidents, we will be using here casualties. So current year casualties and previous year casualties. I will just click here. I will just copy this, paste it over here so that our formatting will be same, and I will name it as current year casualties. Just Control C, Control V, and here we will name it as previous year. We'll just click on OK. So now you can see casualties are there for current year and for previous year. Perfect. So this is our current year and previous year casualties. So for the next chart, what I will do, I will not design the, what we can say, the tooltip. I have shown you how to design the tooltip. You have to go in all marks and you have to delete the first, whatever we have copied it from first sheet, and you have to add our current years, whatever the sheet you are making of that particular sparkling. Then next what I will do is I will duplicate this again, and instead of total casualties, we want it for fatal casualties. Perfect. So I will just delete this. And instead of previous year fatal casualties, I will take previous year total casualties. I will take previous year fatal casualties, and I will just take it and drop it over here. So it will be replaced. Similarly, for this as well, for current year casualties, we will replace it by current year fatal casualties. I will take it and drop it over here. And check again if it is synchronized. Yes, it is synchronized. So we'll just uncheck these headers. Perfect. So again, you have to go ahead and change your you have to go in all marks card and you have to change your tooltip over here, right? So instead of this particular thing, you have to take your current year fatal casualties, and it should not be in red, it should be black. Similarly here as well, delete this and add your previous year fatal casualties, and it should be black. And instead of current year, we have to mention it as fatal over here. Similarly here as well. Click on OK. You can see your tooltip has been correctly showing, right? The next, you will just duplicate this again, and I will name it as serious. So we will replace our pills for previous year fatal. We will replace it by previous year serious casualties, and for current year, we will replace it by this. Check whether it is synchronized. Yes. Show and check your headers. Again, I will not show you how to design the tooltip again. You can do it later or you can do it on your own. I will just skip this part and I will just duplicate this, and instead of serious, I will make it as slide. Perfect. So instead of this, we will replace this, and for this, we will use this. It's synchronized. Show and check headers. Perfect. And we will save this. Well, I will save it later. Alright, so we have created our spark lines as well. And what we will do into our next video, I will show you how to bring this background into this particular Tableau dashboard. And we will start placing our whatever we have designed our KPIs into our dashboard, as well as in next video we will place these particular things into our dashboard, and next we will start designing our remaining charts and remaining KPIs. After creating all the KPIs and all the spark lines related to those KPIs, we will start placing this into our dashboard. So for that, I will click on this particular second icon which we have a new dashboard, and I will click here, and you can see the new dashboard has been opened. So I will use the custom size for my dashboard, and you can use your own size whichever you want as per your screen resolution, but I recommend it to use this one. So I will name this as the width for me will be 16,000, and I will choose the height as 9,900. Okay, so this is the pixel size for me. And the next thing is like if you can see in my already built dashboard, I have used a background image here. So this image or the layout here, it is a custom layout which has been built in PowerPoint. So we will be using the same background image. And if you can see in my PowerPoint, I have already built this, and so I have created a video how to build this particular backgrounds, and I will mention the link for you to see, and you can step by step follow the same thing, and you can prepare the backgrounds in such a way. So I've not prepared the same exact background, but I have prepared it for another dashboard, which is the HR dashboard. You might have seen that. If you haven't, I will mention the link for that as well. And in that video I have shown the complete tutorial on how to make a background for your desktop, sorry, for your dashboard. So this here you can see I have chosen this layout. This is prepared completely in PowerPoint, and for your for variety I have added some more backgrounds for as well. So this is the first which we will be using in our video. So this is one more combination, which is gold and black combination. So this is one purple and black combination. This is a dark blue or navy blue combination as well, right? So you can use any of this if you want, or you can use the same one which I have used. The next thing what you have to do is after so I will mention the link for this PPT as well for you to download. And next thing, you have to go in file, then you have to click here on save as. So once you click on save as, you have to choose a folder where you want to save it. And next, save as type, that is extension, you have to choose it as JPEG file, right? So you can see a JPEG file. So this is nothing but you will be saving this particular dashboard in the form of image. So when I click on save, it will ask us to if you want all slide to be saved as an image, or you want only this particular slide. So I will just click on this one. But as when I click or when I hit this button, it will be saved as an image format. But I have already created this particular image and I have saved it, so I will not create double. So you can follow these steps, and I will show you the one which I have created or saved. Not this one, this. Okay, so you can see this will be your saved image. If you see when you open it in the form of PowerPoint or any image viewer software, you can see this type of a background has been saved from that particular PPT. And now this we will be importing into our Tableau dashboard. So I will open our dashboard, and what we will do, I will take one horizontal vertical container and I will just place it over here. Okay, so this is the vertical container which has been placed. And next, in that particular vertical container, I will take image type and I will place it over here. Okay, so this is what image object I will take, and I will just drag and release it in that particular container. And you have to say fit image, center image, and I will choose this particular image. So whichever image, the name file you have saved, you have to choose this particular image, and I have to click on open and OK. So you can see it has been a perfect fit into our dashboard, which we have to size which we have taken. So this is a PowerPoint size only, so it looks good. You can take any other size as well, pixel size, and it will be perfectly fit into that particular size as well, right? So this was for us. Now we have brought our background into our dashboard, so this is how it looks. The next thing what we have to do is we will start bringing our KPIs over here, right? So now to bring a KPI, instead of tiled, I will make it as now floating first. So you have to follow how I'm doing. First, I will choose this as floating. That is container type. First, I will choose as floating. Then I will take a one vertical container and I will try to place it over here. Okay. So this is a vertical container. Then I will go in layout. And in layout, I will choose its size. I will choose the width for it as 410. And I will choose the height for it as 110. That is 1110. So this is the container which we have taken, and I will try to place it exactly center into this particular background image shape, right? So this is our vertical container. Next, what we will do, first thing we have to place is our total accident sheet into this particular vertical container. But before placing that, instead of floating, we have to now convert it into tiled. Okay, convert this into tile because we have to move these sheets into this particular container which we have placed here. So once you have chosen tiled, then I will take this sheet and I will drag and put it into this. So when you take this mouse by dragging onto this container, you can see it is grayed out. It means that it will be putting this, or it will be adjusting our sheet into this particular container. So, and I will release this. Okay, so it has been like perfect fit into our this particular container. So now next you can see there are some parameters which is going outside of this background and taking a place here somewhere. and it is disturbing our background. So what we will do, we will select this and close this. Okay, and it is asking us to delete container. Yes, we want to delete this because we don't want anything outside of this particular background. Next thing what I will do, the title which we will be using, I will just go ahead and hide this title. Okay, so we have just hidden the title. Next thing what we will do, we will take our total accident spark line as well. So we have this spark line, make it as tiled only, so it should be tiled only. So take this spark line and bring again into this particular container. So you can see whenever there is a right, when you take it to the right, the some portion of that particular container is grayed out, and when we take here, it is grayed out. So what does it mean? That it will be placing your sheet to the left, to the right, to the top, or the bottom. Do we want it to the right? So I will just click on the right, and this is grayed out, you can see, and I will just release this. Okay, so again some major names have been in. I will again delete this and delete the containers. Okay, the next thing what I will do, I will just hide this title again, and here you have adjusting bar for these two sheets. You can see this bar is there. Next I will just select this particular first sheet, and you can see there is one handle is there over here, and I will just double click on this handle. So what will happen, this entire particular external first vertical container which we have placed, it will be selected, and from here you have to go and you have to select the distribute content event. If you are not finding that, okay, if you can't do that, select this particular sheet. You can select this or this, you have to just select this. Okay, so then you have to go into this drop down and you have to click here, select container horizontal. You have to just select this container horizontal, and you have to go into this drop down and you have to hit this button, that is select content evenly. What does this does, that this two sheet will be taking an equal space into this particular horizontal container which we have placed initially, right? The next thing is remaining is just formatting. So I will just right click here and I will click on format. Then you have to go into this particular shading option, and for worksheet you have to say it as none. Okay, similarly you have to go in, you have to select this particular sheet as well. You have to select the worksheet and you have to say it none. Okay, means what, you are just removing the background of that particular sheet, right? Then I will again select this. You can see there are lines are available here, right? So there are some grid lines available, so we will remove everything. First we will go into this border section, and into sheet we will remove row dividers and we will remove column dividers. Okay, and next is grid lines. So next you have to go into this particular lines. You have to say zero lines as none, you have to say axis sticks as none, and you have to go into rows and you have to say grid lines as none. Okay, so now you can see our chart is perfectly clean now. So I will just select this and again click here. The next thing is what, this particular number should be white in color, right? So because it should be eye catching and we are making it as white, so I will just select this sheet. I will go into this sheet, then I will click on text. Okay, when I click on text, there is a, here you have to click here, then select this particular thing, that is KPI value, and make it white. Click on apply. Okay, so on this sheet, because the background of sheet is also white, so you will not see the number here, but it is actually present. When you click on this, it will, you can see the number is present over here. Then you have to go into our dashboard. You can see this has been converted to white. Similarly here we will click on format, and then we have here the font for this particular what we can say axis for that date names or month names. I will just take this color for this, and instead of 8 I will choose at 9. I will choose it as 8. Perfect. And if you want, you can change to this. No, you don't want any shading here. Just clear this first. Choose it as first letter 8, and we will choose at this color. Perfect, right? So in this way we have placed our first KPI. I hope you understood how to place the first KPI. For the next KPIs, what I will do, I will just fast forward my video because we will be doing the same procedure again. So I will show you once again for this KPI, and remaining 3 I will do the fast forward. So once you have placed this, once you are done this with this KPI or placing this KPI into our sheet or a dashboard, next what you have to do, after doing this, it is tiled. Now you have to again convert this to floating. Okay, make sure you have converted this again to floating. Take this horizontal container and place it again over here. Okay, go to layout, change its width to 410 and height as 110, right? and place it at the center of the shape, right? Then once this is done, again go into our dashboard, convert this again to tile, and now bring your KPIs over here. So first we'll bring casualties, and next what we will do, we will take our casualty sparkline and we will place it over here. So now we will delete this because we don't want this container. And next we will just select this particular sheet, we will just double click over here, and we will see distribute contents evenly. We will hide the titles, and we will format this, go in sheet, say none. Similarly here as well, say none, and we will remove the rows as well. Go into sheet, none. Similarly here as well, none. Go into the lines, we will remove the zero lines, we will remove the axis sticks, and we will remove the grid lines as well. Perfect. And for here we will go into this, select this, or we will just right click here, format, and we will choose it as 8 in this particular. Perfect. So we will make this as well white. Perfect. So in this way you have to place your KPIs. So the next I will just fast forward and you can follow me, or you can do it on your own.